Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and I'm back for another Last of Us video. So we got a new mic. Hope you guys do enjoy it. This is the future mic I'll be using for videos and streams in the future. In today's video, my friends, we're going to be discussing some interesting news that just came out of the blue. And it is in regards to the future of the Last of Us series. We all know we just finished up The Last of Us Part 1, the remake that just released last month, and we had The Last of Us Day and all that. We know the multiplayer game is in development right now, coming in 2023, at least news. We may come out next year, but I'm leaning towards 2024 for that, and I'll have a video on that very, very soon as well. And we got another new game coming from Naughty Dog, and we still got the PC version of Part 1 as well. So lots on the horizon, but The Last of Us Part 3, it's something I've discussed couple times on the channel, my thoughts and some, news. We've gotten, the outline. Neil Druckman confirmed that about over a year ago that it was written. We've gotten leakers potentially saying that it's in development, like pre-development. And again, they're not going to say anything official, at least I think for another year or two before we, actually start hearing the nitty-gritty with the game. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. And be sure to join that near 50% of people are subscribed by hitting the red subscribe button. Hit the notification bell if you do love The Last of Us. I'm going to be discussing the news, and I'll be discussing the potential future after this. This is very interesting stuff if you're a fan. I definitely want to know what you guys think of it down below in the comments. Go follow me on social media down below. Also say connect with us. And I hope you guys do enjoy this. Let's go for 1,000 likes on this video if we can, and enjoy. I want to make it very clear, The Last of Us Part 3 is not 100% confirmed at this point. We do know, though, things have been confirmed about it. As I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, an outline, and I covered it in a separate video. Neil Druckman, the director of The Last of Us, creator, has confirmed that an outline for The Last of Us Part 3 has been written. Yes, and this was over a year ago now, so if things are progressing with this, yes, I expect more and more has been done since then, obviously. Not gonna say much more of that, in my opinion, until, we get closer and closer to actually getting news on it. Then there have been leakers that have stated The Last of Us Part 3 is likely in pre-development. And again, some of the stuff was at the beginning of the year. Remember that Oops Leaks Twitter account I brought up in separate videos before, talked about The Last of Us Part 3 potentially, getting announced at some point. We know that they're setting something up, and we know the HBO show's coming next year, a multiplayer game for Part 2, that is in development right now. We know The Last of Us future is pretty bright, to say the least, even though a lot of people have their opinions about Part 2 and think the series is dead. I mean, I think it's far from it, but again, everyone's entitled to their opinions on those matters. As for myself, The Last of Us Part 3 is something I believe it's going to happen. The second I finished Part 2, I was like, oh my goodness, they're making a Part 3. I knew from the very beginning that this was likely going to happen. And when it gets announced, when it does, I'm going to be the first one to be like, I told you guys, told you so. Because the ending was a clear setup to a sequel. So, Abby. Now, why would I bring that name up? Character that, myself didn't really like first couple walkthroughs, and I've grown to, been more of a middle ground with Abby. I'm not like, I said, I'm not a big Abby fan, but I'm not, like I said, I don't hate her anymore like when I first played. Laura Bailey, who voices her. If you guys know Laura Bailey, she's all over the gaming industry with voice acting and stuff. She is one of the best, I would have to say. And unfortunately, when Part 2 released everything, she got a lot of heat for her role as Abby. Again, not because of her acting, because everyone agreed her acting was good, it's just because of the character, which again is a bunch of BS, because people on the internet want to project their opinions, and Laura was getting death threats and all kinds of unnecessary BS. It's sad. It was a sad time to be a Last of Us fan, just seeing all that kind of stuff thrown at Laura, because Laura went through a lot, to say the least, based on, I remember how bad it was in those days, just having any neutral/positive standpoint in The Last of Us 2, and you were attacked, to say the least. I got a ton of heat from people, and I still do to this day, and, people call me a shill, fanboy, all kinds of words you possibly could imagine, and, at the end of the day, it doesn't really bother me, because I've, after being on YouTube for 6 years, I've kind of grown immune to, hate. Criticism is fine, but, people have said some pretty vile things to me too. But I can't imagine the stuff Laura's gotten. Yeah, I feel bad. So, she was interviewed by the website comicbookmovie.com. Last of Us Part 2 star Laura Bailey, open to Abby return. Now, that in itself was really interesting. So, I'm gonna put this line up in the video here. During our brief chat, we made sure to ask Laura for her thoughts on both the upcoming Last of Us HBO series and wondered whether she'd be open to playing the character Abby again, should The Last of Us Part 3 become a reality. This in itself, again, if Laura does know that a Part 3 is happening, she's not gonna say it, obviously. If she's already working on it or knows about any knowledge of it, she's not gonna say. So, I would definitely go back to her, the actress confirmed. I know there's a lot of drama in response to her character, but it was one of the most influential roles I've had in my life. I would 100% go back to play more Abby if the opportunity came up. The series, again, Last of Us HBO series looks amazing, and I can't wait to see more of it. So even though we don't officially have word that The Last of Us Part 3 is confirmed, we know an outline's written, we know other stuff, there's other rumblings of it as well. And Abby, and her involvement in Part 3, I believe, is going to happen. Whether she is playable or not is to be seen. I know for certain people think Ellie's story's done. I think Ellie is going to take the reins again with Part 3 as the main character. I think they may have multiple playable characters again. I could see Abby be playable at some point. Maybe the Ellie and Abby team up. Maybe they're separate. Maybe they fight again. I don't know exactly what is in store because there was an original ending in Last of Us 2 where Ellie was supposed to kill Abby, but they changed it and they both lived on. And again, with the ending, the Catalina Island, the end screen image showed that Abby and Lev from the boat at the end of the Ellie-Abby fight shows the boat on the sand. They made it to the Catalina Island. They met with the Fireflies. So I'm hoping Abby is going to be part of Part 3. We get to see Abby and Lev at Catalina Island with the Fireflies that are there and get to see what happens as a result. Ellie may meet up there, may go there, just because, like I said, maybe she wants to finally give herself up for humanity again with the cure and everything. Or maybe there is going to be another immune person in Part 3, which I think is another huge possibility. But clearly, this is all not meant for nothing. Clearly, the end screen, Neil saying an outline's been written and saying that they made it to the Catalina Island, which I believe he has previously said, and everything that happened with Ellie walking away, just a very open ending. A lot of people think it was definitive, but I don't think it was. There was too much open-end threads. That's why I said when the game was over, I'm like, oh my goodness, they're gonna do a Part 3. No way. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I'm going to discuss in regards to The Last of Us Part 3 at this point. I may have a follow-up video maybe next year talking about some more of my thoughts, but it does seem, I believe Abby's going to be in Part 3, and Laura Bailey has confirmed now if a Part 3 does happen, she is open to returning, and if they, again, Sony, Naughty Dog, Neil Druckman, they decide Abby's going to be in Part 3, Laura Bailey will be back. So, practically, in my opinion, this almost confirms Abby's going to be in the game. I'd be shocked unless Naughty Dog or Sony changes their minds on it. I mean, it was kind of obvious enough, but this is the nail in the coffin to that. And her saying this is an indirect confirmation to me that Abby's going to be in the game. So, all you Abby haters are going to have to live with it, unfortunately. So, but I'm excited to see her again. I did enjoy my time playing as her. Regardless, it was pretty fun. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for my video discussing the latest news in The Last of Us Part 3. If you guys did enjoy this, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. If you enjoy, let's go for 1,000 likes again on this video. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll have a video very soon on The Last of Us multiplayer game that is coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you all later. Peace and love, and have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks again.